everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today is my 100th video, and to celebrate I put everything on sale until June 12th. So everything's on sale 10% off of the 10-day juice fasting program, which is coming up in July. It's July 8th, or the 7-day raw food challenge, which is coming up in about 2 weeks on June 23rd. And also the acne program's on sale, and also the coaching. So 10% off of everything at radiantcentral.com. To get the discount, all you have to do is put in the discount code 100 videos. And the sale will be up until this coming Thursday, June 12th, 2014 at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in either doing the upcoming 7-day raw food challenge or the juice fast, or you want coaching with me, or want to try out the acne program, go to my website for more information on that and just put in the discount code 100 videos. So to celebrate my 100th video, today I want to share my favorite chocolate cake recipe. And this recipe does not use any flour and no nuts or seeds either. And instead, the main ingredient of this recipe is actually sweet potato. So this is a nice alternative, because I know a lot of times people want to eat a healthy dessert, they have a sweet tooth, they want chocolate, and I love this because you're not eating like a pound of nuts, you know, it's just sweet potato. It's easy to digest, it's full of nutrients, a lot of minerals in there, and it's just something different. And this chocolate cake itself is super decadent, super rich, super yummy. So let's get started. And also just to mention too, the full recipe is also going to be written out on today's blog post at radiantcentral.com/blog. So if you don't have a chance to write everything down from watching the video, just go to today's blog post and everything will be listed there. All right, so let's get started. So what you're going to need is 1 cup of cacao powder. I use a raw cacao powder. And you'll need 1 cup of sweet potato, cooked sweet potato. So I'll show you afterwards, give you the instructions on how to cook a sweet potato, but you'll need the inside of the sweet potato. This is actually a purple sweet potato, if you want to see closely. Sweet potato comes in many varieties and colors. It can come in yellow, it could be orange, and it could be a deep purple. Any type of sweet potato is fine, as long as it is cooked all the way through and you remove the outer skin. You just want the inside of the sweet potato, and you want 1 cup of it packed, so a packed cup of cooked sweet potato. Then you'll want 1/3 of a cup of any kind of sweetener. Here I'm using the coconut palm sugar syrup sweetener that I made a video actually showing how to make coconut palm sugar syrup. So I'm using this as my sweetener, and it's 1/3 a cup, but you are welcome to use honey or you can use maple syrup, as long as it's a liquid sweetener. You can also go and look at my video and see how to make the coconut palm sugar syrup. It's very, very easy. You'll also need 1/4 of a cup of chopped dates. No pits in there, just the dates chopped up. And you'll also need 2 tablespoons of either coconut oil or coconut butter. I'm using the coconut butter, and if you want to know how to make coconut butter, it's very, very simple, and you just go to one of my past videos, also shows how to make the coconut butter. With the coconut butter and the coconut palm sugar syrup videos, I'll put links to them so you can see how to make these too. And then you'll need a few pinches of sea salt. With the sweet potato, you'll want to cook probably 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes. So this one fits in the palm of my hand, and I used 2 sweet potatoes this size. Now with the sweet potato, all you want to do is rinse it off under water to make sure that any kind of dirt or residue is taken off. And then you just want to put it in the oven or the toaster oven. I use a toaster oven, but you can use a regular oven. And I just put it in as is into the oven that's at about 225 degrees Celsius or 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And depending on the size of the sweet potato, I cook it for anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. The bigger the sweet potato is, the longer you're going to need to cook it. And to test to see if it's cooked through, you can just stick a fork through it. So once it's been cooked, this one has been cooked, what you're going to do is just let it cool off. So you don't want to use a hot sweet potato. You just let it cool for at least a half an hour. Then what you're going to do is take a knife and you're going to cut through it, through the center here, and you're going to open it up, and here's our lovely sweet potato, and you're just going to peel off the the outer skin. Really, really simple. You just don't want the skin. You want the inside of the sweet potato. So you're just going to remove the outer skin. So over here is the outer skin that we're going to discard. And here's our sweet potato. One thing I recommend is the edges, to just cut the edges off, just because a lot of times the edge of the sweet potato, sometimes there's mold or it's really tough and thick, and so you just want to remove those outer edges as well. Okay, and you just want to be using this part of the sweet potato, and the rest you can discard. So now we're going to put all the ingredients into the blender. First we'll put in the cacao powder, then we'll put in the sweet potato, the sweetener, the dates, the coconut butter or coconut oil, whatever you're using, and the salt. You can also use a food processor. You don't necessarily need to use a blender. Anything that will blend the stuff up. And then we turn it on. I just want to show you that it's really, really thick, okay? So if you have a high-speed blender or a food processor, you won't have a problem mixing it. But if you have a low-speed blender like I do, then it's better to sort of cut everything up before you put it in. And if need be, if it's really too thick and the blender's not mixing well, then you can use 1 tablespoon of water to get things going. But mainly I find what works the best is just cutting all the ingredients up into small pieces and starting and stopping the blender and mixing everything around, because it is very, very thick. It's not meant to be a thin liquefied batter. It's actually meant to be like a very dense, thick batter. Okay, so let's transfer it now into a pan. Now we're going to put the chocolate cake batter into a glass pan. As you can see, it is super dense and thick. And now we're just going to smooth it out and just push it down into form of a cake. And here's our chocolate cake. So what we're going to do is actually put a lid on it and put in the freezer. You need to put in the freezer, I would say, for at least 2 to 4 hours. It'd be even better if it's left overnight, because then it'll become super solid. Pretty much the coconut oil or the coconut butter that you used in the recipe will help to solidify this chocolate cake, and then it'll become like a really rich kind of brownie or fudge. And here is our beautiful cake. So here's our lovely cake, and I can't wait to try this. I would have to say that this is one of my favorite chocolate desserts, or probably is my most favorite chocolate dessert. Super yum, super rich, super decadent. If you want the full recipe written out, just go to my website at radiantcentral.com/blog, and the full recipe will be listed out there. And just to remind you as well that there is the sale for 100 videos. I'm super excited to celebrate this, and the sale is up till this Thursday, June 12th, 2014 at midnight Eastern Standard Time. And it's 10% off of everything. So the discount code is 100 videos, and it's 10% discount on the upcoming 7-day raw food challenge, which starts June 23rd, or the next 10-day juice fasting program, which starts July 8th, or the acne program, or coaching with me. So 10% off, discount code is 100 videos, and I'm wishing you guys a super fabulous day, and I'm excited to get started on the next 100 videos. See you again soon. Bye. Are you going to say goodbye to everyone? Luna, are you going to say goodbye?